But there's some stuff to talk about this weekend with the NFL. Your college games, the Oregon game. The beauty of our show is the ADHD, the ADD. We talk about something and then it's Pat Fryermuth for 20 minutes. The Oregon game. Tell me why I shouldn't be excited to take Oregon laying 26.5 points when they've beaten other teams already.
50.
In week 1 and week 2,
Yeah.
they win by 56, they win by 66. Now they're even a week further in the season where they're stroking, and Northwestern has to brace for that hurricane. Now,
Yeah, it's weird though, because some games I get that feeling in the back of my head, like I don't know if that's the game, so I don't know.
You can't handicap turnovers. That's the phrase, because that's the reality. You can't handicap turnover. They picked 6 Oregon today, all right? But how many times Oregon goes to score a touchdown, they're on the 7, they're on the 5, and they fumble the ball. That happens every week, and of course it always happens to the game that you bet on. But how many times is that going to happen today? To where
I just look at track record. Like Oregon's one of those teams that always plays hot for a bit, and then always the wheels come off.
Tell me, okay, that's true.
They have history.
Wrong? No, they have a track record of that. What have you seen in the first 2 weeks to?
You're right. No,
to give that.
You're right.
At least you have the foresight.
But that won't happen until I short-term invest on them, and then the wheels will not just come off, the entire car will explode.
That's the trap game for me. It looks so sexy that you're afraid.
Yeah, I can see Oregon winning 27-3, and then
you'd be proud of me. I saw a little a Latin a female that really looks attractive that's all by herself at the bar, and you're like, man, she's super hot. Like, why is she by herself? And then you find out that she's got something that you can't exactly get rid of. And but I let that joke go. Aren't you proud of me?
That could be 100 things. Yeah, no, yeah, good.
Dude, I'm growing as a person.
Stop eating.
Today's Strong Play is brought to you by Bean. When avocados and hummus just aren't enough. That was strong. Oregon's today. Oregon is game 1. What's the next game that you have on the board?
Just for schedule-wise, Clemson, Georgia Tech. Clemson's only favored by 2.5, and the over-under on that's 51.5 on here, so probably 52.
Clemson's in trouble. Clemson's in trouble. I'm an ACC guy.
You are. You're always wearing your NC
I got ACC gear on now and socks. We're 3-0. SC State for life, baby. 3-0. But Clemson, it's an example of a team that gets ranked because of last year's rankings, because of how they ended last year, and then you get 50 new recruits, all the transfers, and you're still ranked what you were. Boise State didn't deserve to be 25th. What'd they do to keep that number when the year started?
Right. That's
Alabama, Florida. You have to. I think everybody should. You should have some kind of understanding of a number. But Clemson was 4, and if you watch the game, it was bad. And then last week's game, the get right game. Oh man, they're going to get right against Troy. Yikes! Yeah, but they won, but it wasn't
good.
Yikes! There was 50 points scored in that game. Yikes.
So I wouldn't touch that game either.
I like Georgia Tech at home. They got a kid. He's Jay Will of the rushing game. He can rush. He likes to run the ball. Take that how you want to take that. I've been called Jay Will. I mean,
humbly speaking.
You from West Virginia? Hey, Christian. Not my government name, but Christian. CRI,
like you're crushing
SHUN or EN, depending on what region of the country that you're.
Christian be crushing.
Christian.
Crushing Christian.
I mean,
See, none of the games like I'm looking. Then we got Oklahoma at Temple,
and Oklahoma's supposed to get huge.
24-point favorite, 51. And
what's the big number on the Hard Rock, Mark, on the Oklahoma game?
I am currently looking for it.
I think
there you are.
What, 50?
51.5.
All right, that lines up with the ESPN one.
That's kind of attractive.
Oklahoma by 23.5.
May I please have 2 scoops of the Wisconsin-Alabama over, please? 2 scoops.
Is that one of your more confident ones?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Hold on. Where are we at here?
Alabama, listen to Mark. Last week, here comes Mark's soapbox. Mark, why don't you kick knowledge about after week 1 and they're dormant, they're walk through at Florida State and they get beat.
And I was like, is this their comeback to we are Alabama?
That was his prognostication. That's what he felt. And so he took his Sizak out of his mom's pizzers, put the coins on the table,
And just laughed at the game.
and they crushed. Alabama had the whole number. They covered the whole number by themselves. The over-under,
They almost had it at halftime.
they did.
I think they were like 8 points off or 7 points.
Yep. The only game that I remember really you missing last week was the Penn State. The same principle, like against, but they'd only scored 3. But your Alabama game back to the Alabama. So they look like they got right last week. It was Cupcake U. They got right. Wisconsin is not great. They've been scoring a little bit of points. Their defense sucks.
I was just say they're living a little bit off of their old time reputation.
Would that be the game I put my bonus bet on, you think? Or do we get...
I like that over. I super love that over. I like that in the Oregon game. So far on
I thought you said Oregon was a trap.
It is. It looks too good to be. It's a trap. It looks too good to be. I think they cover by. I think they score 50 on their own, and that defense hasn't given up a touchdown. So Northwestern, that juggernaut of the big. Come on, man.
They're Pleatherneck.
Oregon and the over. Oregon, and okay. There's my 3-teamer. So there's my noon 3-teamer. I've got the Alabama over. I've got Oregon laying the number and the over. If you're going to take a team to win the game by a certain amount of points, then you probably think the over is going to happen. How would you take Green Bay laying the points and the under? That doesn't. You don't take the favorite and then the under because you still have to cover points and then hope that it doesn't get to a capped number. So you let the dog run in that case. And the Alabama game, I love that over. You like that over too, Mark?
Absolutely. Like you said, 21.5 is their spread there.
And 45 and a half.
They're going to score probably 30 or 40 themselves.
Last week we said Michigan, Oklahoma. Mark was strutting like Ric Flair. And because the big team versus a big team in week 1 and week 2, the offense isn't going to be there. And the Michigan, Oklahoma, 50 points, 50 points, 50 points, 7-0. 7-7,
Yeah.
7-0.
I took that in a second half. I was like, they still had the big number up there. And I was like, what are their? Was it going to be that fourth quarter miraculous again?
Nope.
No.
No, no, you're not. No, you're not. Nope. And no, and a big and a holy unrelated. You made an LLC. Mark has put himself into the.
That was quick. He really did, GMFB. Holy shit.
He did. And his company's name is Holy Wow Enterprise. Holy Wow Collectibles. So there's a plug for your deal. All of his short-term investing when he buys and resells cards or otherwise. Holy Wow Collectibles. I want to.
Let me skip it down a couple because I'm gonna. What do you think? Texas versus UTEP. Okay, Texas is favored by 41.5. That's
Church got right last week.
Yeah, but he got
in the first half.
Ish. He still didn't look.
He was throwing touchdowns, rushing for touchdowns. He didn't have to do a lot.
I don't like his release. I don't understand. I don't buy.
What is the Texas number, Mark?
Again, I'm searching.
Okay. If it's an alphabet.
To get close, it's 41.5 on here and 52.5 on the over. So it's normally within a point for the Hard Rock from an ESPN bet.
Can you see a scenario where Texas scores 40 points in that game?
I don't know, man. How much did they put up last week?
A bunch. I'll tell you.
I don't think. Did they even? Hold on. Let me pull that up.
Well, they scored. They had a whole bunch going on in the.
They only scored 38 against San Jose State last week.
Yeah.
45 total points in that game.
And they allowed 7. And they allowed
week
7.
before they scored 7. They scored 45 over 2 weeks.
A jump from Ohio State and then to San Jose State.
That's what I mean. Like, and they still didn't really, college football wise, you think is good if they're as good as they are, they would have at least hit 40 against San Jose State, right? That's not exactly a juggernaut of a team.
It isn't. I'm not taking Texas to
That's
lay
what
the
I'm
number.
saying. Like,
I can see a scenario of this over happening. It is light because of the reason that I think you're speaking of. There's not a lot of offense, and their defense is legit. They've only given up 21 points.
yeah, I'm not saying their defense is bad, but I mean, like, right now, Arch doesn't,
They were number 1 team in the country 2 weeks ago,
and they shit the bed.
and then they shit the bed. So now they're at home, and they've got UTEP coming in. The UTEP two-step.
I just can't. That's the
Tim
thing.
Hardaway. Back in the day, the UTEP two-step.
Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, baby.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
My gift to you. I like the over today a bit. I could put that in.
Wow, really?
I could
Okay.
put that in my list of.
What's that scenario again? They're favored by 40.5, and it's 51.5.
So they're expecting a shutout. The book says it's 41.5 points. Is UTEP going to score 7 points, which would be as much as
San Jose State.
San Jose State scored last week, and Ohio State only scored 14. So if they scored 7 to cover 41.5 points, they would need to score 48, 49. So
you buy that
49,
down.
so 49 and 7 is 56.
Yeah.
And what's the big number?
It's 51.5.
There it is. If they scored 1 touchdown, they're
Right.
covered.
So,
If
like,
they don't score the 46 points and they only scored 36,
then you're
36 and 7 is,
43.
and 43 is not 51.
See, if I was going to take an under, like the Miami USF game, it's 56 and a half,
55.5.
55 and a half.
Yep.
That I would go under, I feel like, all day with the way USF's
Alright.
defense is and how
It's shown
sloppy
to
the
be-
Hurricanes can be.
Shown to be real, and Miami can play some defense for 3 quarters. That fourth quarter, can we have?
Yeah.
What's the domain rights for IToldYouSo.com?
Oh, I'm sure it's
Because the fourth quarters, the fourth quarter of that Miami game, they love to give it up. Man, they are.
Yeah, it's 55.5, and then 17.5.
Yeah, that might be high.
That's a different.
I'm gonna bring both of you breakfast next week. 17 is a push.
That's a lot. As much as I don't believe in USF, that seems like a lot.
I'm gonna buy it down to 16 and a half. For funsies, a funsies parlay. I think that Miami, it's not Miami that I'm betting on. It's USF sipping the Kool-Aid and really thinking,
Yeah. No,
that's
in
the
that,
only
I
angle
agree.
there.
I
And
agree.
if I can be shown that that's not right, then because I'm cheering for them. I mean, they're
No,
their
they're our
backyard.
local team, and I get that. But if I've seen so many stories, like they're smelling their own farts.
Unsubstantiated. They can't.
You can't do that.
You only make sure that they lose.
Yeah.
The kiss from
I already told you, I
Godfather.
think they win. I already told you that. I think they win the game.
He wants to take the ML. He wants the money line. He's taking the money line.
Plus 525.
All right, baby, do it.
You want me to throw it in my parlay now?
It's your part. God knows you're going to play it.
Not even just by itself. You're going to throw it into a parlay to ruin your everything else.
Sure.
That doesn't seem
my
right.
It's my life.
Okay, and scenes. So that's the beginning. That's the middle. That's the end. That's Marky Buttons. Woo, the amazing. What was it? Benjamin Buttons.
We got to get Frankie Buttons in here because you'd be able to talk him into betting anything.
Yeah. And that's my guy anyway. So I'd like to take. If Buttons and I can go against you and Mark for short-term
Hey,
investment.
come on.
Why do I gotta have Mark? That's messed up, bro. That's messed up, bro. Your producer doesn't even want to take you on.
Maybe that would be my turnaround.
You guys are. It would be. You guys are
Our
Dolphins
negative
twins.
energy might cancel each other out.
See?
No shit. Wait a minute.
about.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I'll win $1 million. I'm just trying to find like a guarantee because I want to take my bonus bet. Ohio State versus Ohio.
Well, there's no guarantee.
Well, it's close to a guarantee with you, I know. But it's close. It's close.
zing! He is bringing out.
He is raw today.
Rocks. Yeah.
Raw. Where's Eddie
Just
Murphy?
ready for this weekend.
He used to be so skinny and frail. I worried about his health. Like, are you okay? You need a shake? Let's get you an Ensure. Let's do something. But today he's walking around looking at me like, say something I don't like and watch what happens. All right, man.
Well, but Ohio State, Ohio. Over and under on here is 49.5, so that'll be within a point there on the Hard Rock. I feel like that's an overall day on that one.
It looks like an over on that one. Ohio
State at home against Ohio. Ohio State has put up, what did they put up last week? Like 110 points? 70. They won 70-0 against Grambling last week.
Ohio went at Ohio at home last week, beat West Virginia. And week 1, they put up a fight with Rutgers. They lost 34-31.
So that's what I mean. This thing seems like it could go off for 80 points.
Ohio tends to have a defense, and they only gave up 10 against West Virginia. That's not Pat White and Slate that is playing there.
Man, you just bring in the classics.
How about Geno Smith? I'll give you and whatever you like. Pac-Man Jones.
You know, Pat White and Tua are about the same size, and Pat White lasted three games in the league, I think, before he got flattened into a pancake. So
he and was it Slate, the running back? It was Pat White, and I think it was Slayton. Boy, between the two of them, I mean, they ran like deer. They'd hit that seam, bang, and they were gone. Bang, and they were gone, and they were fun to bet. They were scoring points.
And then Pat White went to the NFL, and the Steelers killed him. Yeah.
I don't think it's a reunion. They're not being reunited this weekend. It's not a reunion game. I don't think Pat's suiting up for West Virginia, but I digress. Ohio State, they're at home. Ohio's going in there.
Primetime game.
That's 23-10 at halftime. Does Ohio score twice in the game?
That's what I'm saying. With a 49.5, that doesn't seem like a lot for that game.
You can't handicap turnovers, but there's going to be a turnover. If they scoop and score, if they pick 6, it's a gift. Now that over goes from 51 to 44, because that's a touchdown wasn't accounted for. Maybe the over. I could earmark that too for funsies. You make a short list. Okay, listen.
Now I'm
you and the fans, our people.
Oh, okay. I'm shortlisting right now.
The people we do the show for. When you do a little research, if you just open up your app and you're like, all right, I like this team and this team, cool. Then you get what you deserve, and I hope you enjoyed the entertainment. Truly. If you're trying to make an angle at a game, look at it, each game, the way that we are right now, and then come to a conclusion. And you earmark it. You make a list, and then you cut that list down into. You keep making a cut. You keep making your cut. If you don't like the game at all, if you like J University and Mark University, and you like it a little bit, but you really like this other game, either you like the game or you don't. You bet them the same with management of your money. You don't take 8 units, 10 units on Ohio State, and then 1 unit on Pitt, because Ohio State loses, and now you're 9 units down, and the Pitt game comes in, and that's only 1.
Speaking of that, I'm taking Pitt today over West Virginia.
Of course you are.
Taking who?
That sounds sexy.
Pitt over West Virginia.
Tell me about it.
7.5.
Jesus, you're going to make me curse. I hit my own dump button.
See?
No. Does he listen to his own show?
He just got done saying all these things, and he's like, I want to do the opposite.
By the point. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I just got him laying 7.5. I wish I could find a shower rod that could support my body weight, because I would take my own life.
See,
Did you take the 7.5?
Not yet.
You son of a.
You want to talk about, in my opinion, and I'm a Gator, as a lock, LSU is favored by 6.5. I'm going LSU all day. I'm going to probably put money that they flatten Florida after.
What's the
week.
money line value on that? LSU just to win the game.
Not in the starting.
Let's see.
It's only got the 12 o'clock games right now and the 1 o'clock on Hard Rock.
We got a lot of something to talk about. The LSU game,
Hold
It is intriguing, and have an angle, have a reason. Florida lost last week again. Well, a game they shouldn't have. Everybody's calling for Napier to be executed at.
Oh, he's been not a good coach. I can't believe he's lasted as long as he has.
So now they're going to get up for this one. You just lost to USF, who is a good program right now.
Oh yeah,
but
they're not bad.
but
They're not LSU.
Oh, for shame! You lose at home to USF.
Right
for
now, you have to go to LSU.
For shame!
And LSU's only favored by 6.5. That's insanity. I can see LSU winning that by 20. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Florida, as a fan, I get shocked. But man, if I would feel like if I'm placing a safe money bet, I think LSU runs over Florida.
I got Gator Bailey giving me privy info about today.
Is it sell? Get out of the Florida business, because it's prime time. Florida loves to shit the bed in prime time.
Be careful what you.
Again, like, to me, that's almost a no lose. If I bet against them and they win, then cool.
Right, that's
like
everybody's.
That's one of the ones I can take where I'm like, oh, I was wrong. That's cool. You upset LSU, but like, if LSU was favored by 10 or more, I would be weary. But 6.5, Florida only put up 16 points against USF.
Do you remember the game against LSU 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
The one that came down to a field goal?
The one where he threw the shoe?
Oh, yeah, there was like a story on that.
Was there?
ESPN today, like the 5-year anniversary of
That's right. So it has been that long. They were winning oh my God, talk about losing for your team. Guy takes the shoe and throws it. It's the shoe revenge game today. Oregon is to play. Clemson's over. Georgia Tech on the dog. There's the Alabama over. Where is Baylor at home today against Samford? Michigan at home against Central Michigan. You're laying 27.5 points at home against the Chips. I don't know about that, brother. All right, good luck with that. No. I haven't talked to Black Brian in a minute. I've been off the board for 2 weeks. I don't like to talk to anybody about my excitement. I'm really upset. You can hear it in my voice. I'm seething with anger. I am beside myself. So I don't know. I gotta go check the Darkwing Duck jailhouse. Auburn today at home against South Alabama. Missouri is in trouble.
How about South Carolina being favored by only 2.5 over Vanderbilt?
Another trap game. They should win that game
by a lot. I mean,
so I'm nervous about that because I'd like to play that game.
Well, Vandy has won 45-3 against Charleston Southern and then 44-20 against Virginia Tech. That's a lot for Vanderbilt. They're scoring points.
They are. And what's the over? South Carolina was to have a defense, but they have not really showed up.
I just lost
the Texas Tech game, Penn State. SMU, we spoke about a dog parlay last week. We had Kentucky, we had whoever played SMU, and we had Mississippi State. We had 3 of them, and 2 of them hit. The dogs. Be careful of the dogs, bruh. Kentucky, I thought for a second we were going to clean sweep the 3-teamer. You're going to take all 3 in a parlay? Yeah, baby. For funsies, a funsies 3-team dog pick. Pitt is on the road laying 7.5. You buy it to 6.5.
Can't.
Yes, you can. I can't.
Can't buy it. 7.5. It's locked in there. Doesn't give you any other option.
Oh, he sounds aggressively mad at you about it.
It has to give. He's right. It's only if
course I am.
What? Jesus, take it easy, George. Nope. It'll give though. When it does, you got to sit and wait because they don't want to get beat. Or the window's closed because they don't want to take it in the face like a pie. Giggity.
All right, that's
What else did you like on the board?
college. I'm looking. I don't. I don't. Some things I always try to find the highest or lowest over under to me, and then like analyze that game to see. You know what I mean?
Iowa State.
I was just going to say Iowa State.
Iowa State's paid me already 2 times. I've had 2,
We talked about them last week.
and they're playing Arkansas State. They're on the road, but they get Arkansas State. Beck looks good. That team looks good. They beat Iowa last week, and that was the points game. That was the one that I came out, and it hurt me to tell Mark I told you so. Mark had Iowa State, laying 2 points or 3 points?
It was, yeah.
That was, and they win by the field goal. So Iowa State won by 3. I took the money line. So I come out cheering with my hands up like Rocky just running up the stairs. And there's Mark with the middle finger on the couch looking down. His cover didn't come in.
Didn't cover.
Take the money line.
How does some game this Prairie View A&M versus Rice has no line? Nothing.
Maybe someone got hurt. There's the injury report. Maybe the quarterback isn't playing.
They won't let you bet.
And so what are you going to do? If a D3 team, somebody that's really bad, and you lose your starting quarterback, and now you got a redshirt freshman that was just playing
money. But if everybody bets one side, they don't really win anything, though, right? So then what's the point of...
Yeah, you pulled that bad boy. Okay. Texas at home, Miami USF, that's at 4:30. That's going to be a fun game to watch, for sure. And the money's coming in on USF. They're trying to... It's all fun. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Let's see, where is the other game? Stetson. Stetson's a guarantee. It's a lead pipe. I think I like Ohio State's over today. I think that over has got some chance to
that's what I'm
stretch
looking
its
at.
legs.
49, compared to a lot of the other games.
Miss looked good last week at Kentucky. That game was tied, and then Kentucky looked like they were going to be the third team of our dog super parlay, and Ole Miss said, "Hold on, man, just hold on." They channeled their inner Jackson Dart, who's a stud. I'm going to say it again. That guy should have the starting job for the Giants by week 4.
Should have it today.
He should have it today.
Yeah, but they're definitely going to ride a couple weeks just to get past
the coach
that point.
Said Russ is our guy this week, which is code for
he's on the shortest leash possible.
The shortest leash.
He's doing some
because Jackson just looks better than him. It's a glaring. It's obvious. Everybody that gets a check from the team looks at him and then watches Russ and say, "What are we doing? What are you doing? You want to try to win the game? Put the kid in that is raging. Don't put the guy in that has a walker." I love Russ. NC State, baby. That's my guy. I won a fantasy championship, humbly speaking.
Yeah, wheels fell off a while ago for him. It's kind of shocking that he's still in the league.
And it happens. There are some exceptions like Aaron Rodgers and Tom, with nutrition being what it is now in modern medicine and science where people play a little longer. But when a quarterback gets old, it's straight off.
That's that style, though. Russell ran around and got smacked in the face for 10 years. Aaron Rodgers isn't that type of quarterback. Neither was Tom Brady. So they can play longer.
When you can't rush, when you can't swing out right and then hit Tyler Lockett because he's only 6 foot tall to begin with, then what happens?
Well, Aaron Rodgers looks now like Marino. Watching that game, he can't move in the pocket very well other than sidestep, but he still has a bazooka and making those throws. So
flicks his wrist.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he doesn't look good from the waist down, but that doesn't matter if you got 3 seconds to throw the ball.
From what you tell me, there has been a time where he looks good from the waist down.
Whoa.
I'm just repeating what he said.
He looked like flashes of the old, like the game I always go back to that we watched like 5-6 years ago.
Against Detroit? Maybe it was
the Bears.
Oh, the Bears.
Because that's where he started the high own.
Still own you.
But that's what he looked like against the Jets. He was making throws that... I think.
How about the evening game? It is the night game. It's LSU at home.
Yeah, I just
47.5 points, 6.5.
Like I want to lay 20 on the fact that LSU wins by. I think they win by at least 10.
South Carolina, their money line at home is -150. Okay, I wouldn't fuss with the 2.5 points, right? They're a 2.5 point favorite. It's minus 150 with the money line, and you don't lose a 1 point game. You don't lose a 2 point game. You have to cover 3 points. So you have to win 23 or 20. You have to win by 3 to cover the 2.5. So why fuss with it, man? You just take the money line, Mark.
Yeah,
He's do what I want to. Get your own needle.
What do you mean? I'll push it up to 5.5.
Right, man.
how come like certain games have no money line, but they have the over under? And
Because they're such a big favorite. Or I mean, why Drake is on the road today against South Dakota State. South Dakota State is going to, beat them handily.
like Texas versus UTEP, you got the over under and you got the favored by, but you have no.
Because they're not going to lose the game. So
then why doesn't they want to take free money then?
the house,
Because the house
because if
would
they do
lose
lose,
their ass.
I mean, heaven forbid, you're going to get 1 penny on a dollar taking Texas money line there. A penny. But if you have $1 million
you lay it on.
and you lay it on Texas, then you make $18.
Yeah, but I mean the other way. Why not? Because they lose their ass if they had it the other way.
Yeah.
If the UTEP somehow shock the world,
It's
you
one-
could bet $1 and win 1,000.
It's for one side more than it is the other.
That's garbage. All right, let's.
Right, so we like the LSU today.
Yeah,
We like Ohio State's over today.
I might parlay that together with my bonus bet and win.
We like the Oregon game. I would tell you, Bean, take one game. The bonus bet,
Yeah.
you bet 20 to win whatever. You're only going to get the whatever. You don't get the bonus 20, so
Right.
it's gone.
It's gone. That's what I'm saying. You
So
gotta
if
use it
bet
to win.
a money line that was minus 150. You're only going to get $17.
That's what I was just looking. That's why I was gonna parlay that up.
So you take the 17 and now you're clean with that, so you can bet $2 and $5 and $1 or all of it. With the bonus bet, it's the whole nut.
That's why I figured that might when I mark out there and set up a 9-team parlay.
And I'm going to have to take Oregon today.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right.
Let's try to cover the NFL before we
Okay.
run out of time.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Because
And holy.
we got to get our picks in.
Let's do it, man. Lead the way. Got NFL on deck.
Oh, we missed Thursday. That was my fault. Even though I would have picked Green Bay.
You get to etch a sketch that one. That was my gift to you.
Since
Mark was beside himself. He was on the Skyway. He had a ball
looking for me.
Yeah, right next to you. These guys don't look the same. One guy likes food.
Cincinnati, Jacksonville. Cincinnati had 7 people. You want to shit on Miami last week, but Cincinnati had 7 yards of offense in the second half.
Week one.
I know.
I thought the offense would be better with Cincinnati. I'm with them.
Their offense would be better.
Yeah. It was one of the. I don't even know what was uglier. The Miami game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as much as shit as Miami's getting, there was stuff like New England losing at home to Las Vegas, who had to travel across the country. Like, there were some other really not good games. Cincinnati only losing because Cleveland's kicker missed like 11
Do you
kicks.
think there's a all the unders coming in last week, all of them, 13-3. We could pick incorrectly 9 straight times from right now and still have a winning number on the
Yeah.
board. All right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
scoreboard on that.
Yeah, no, that's what I.
Then you had the Bucks game. Baker Mayfield looked awful.
And then popped his cool down in
all of a
quarter.
sudden-
Which quarter, Mark?
Yeah, fourth.
Okay. And then
After
here it
you
comes.
takes a hit a couple times, you feel better. You get to, oh, that's right. That's what it feels like to get sacked. All right, I'll be
Yep.
all right. I'm
Yep.
fine. Unless I'm Tua, and then
Yep.
then
Yep.
peanut butter brittle.
That's it. So he's peanut butter. He's Hawaiian brittle. And now
Hawaiian Q's are brittle.
it's an accelerated. I think that they're more cleaned up after everybody got in the pool. Everybody's wet. Now everybody is ready for week 2. They should be
I think so.
better prepared. And so the over-unders won't be so glaring on one side.
I still think there might be a lot. Of
Some of them, there are going to be.
Yeah.
By next week, I'll be ready to make my single
Cincinnati,
bet
Jacksonville,
parlays.
49.5. That seems high.
How about the dog of the day? Can I get a dog of the day? I'm taking Jacksonville as my dog of the day.
Wow.
That's on my short list of dog of the days.
Wow.
Yeah, man. ETN went bananas last week.
He did.
And my boy Tank got traded to Philly. I bought 23 on we have it on record.
Yep.
23 Tank Bigsby autos.
ETN on the bench like a dumbass.
Oopies. But not this week.
Not this week. He exploded his starting lineup.
But is it going to be like it has been in the past, where Derrick Henry, 20 points, and then does 7, 9, and then you're like, okay, switch him out, and you put him out to put in someone, and then all of a sudden it's back to 30 again.
Yep.
And Jacksonville could easily be that way.
Cincy's defense does suck.
They do suck. So chances are there won't be a blowout with Cincy up by 25, so that Jacksonville has to abandon the run.
If Jacksonville can...
Here's one problem with the NFL. Anybody that has the lead, they sit on it. What in the hell do they expect?
Played not
quit playing.
They play to not win, or they play to not lose
Instead of playing to win.
Instead of playing to win. Chicago. He's talking about Chicago, Minnesota, and full stop. JJ. It was a Rocky movie. He got his ass kicked. Get up, Rock. And that's what I said during the game with Mark. Get up, JJ. And he looked up and he saw me and he's like, I hear no bell. I'm gonna get you, Murdoch. And he popped his cool down. I'll tell you this. I cheered for the kid in the fourth quarter. And after the game, I'm a Phillip Rivers guy, NC State, but I like a guy with some moxie. I like a guy, you like what you like. I like a dude that's full of himself, that believes that he's the man. I don't know why I would think that. But so Pip is the man for me. Baker runs around, doing dances and stomping on the 50, and he's got swag, and people like to be around that, but he believes in himself. Now, most quarterbacks do. That's why they're a quarterback. But Jackson Dart looks like he looks like he's the part.
Yeah.
And JJ didn't look like, for 3 quarters, he was exactly what we talked about. Inept, just a mess. And Justin's like, oh my God, here I go.
So now also, is that coaching? Is that their game plan, and how it is, they kept using his...
O'Connell's a quarterback whisperer.
I don't know.
It was one quarter.
Right. But was it the progression to get in that corner, and they kept seeing what's working, what's not working, what's working, what's not working.
Against Minnesota, against Chicago, when they threw a wheel route to Aaron Jones, Aaron just got behind the defense because it's week 1, or it's early in the season. They
big sucks the next 2 weeks.
They got behind everybody. Oh my God, oopies! And then they score a touchdown, and that was one of his touchdowns. He threw another one from the 15, and then he rushed one in. But he had 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. You go. He had the over/under on the yardage. Was it you, Mark, that had the under of the yardage of 200 and
something like that? Yeah. No, I had I took the that he was going to throw an interception.
Yes. Money bets. If you look at it, it's his first game. He's going to throw a pick.
Yeah.
And it picked 6.
And I did have his under I had him throwing the pick, his under in yardage, which did come in, but it ended up being the under of the game, and that got blown out at the end.
He had more yards in the fourth quarter than he did the whole game.
Yeah.
And they were losing in the fourth quarter, so they needed to throw the ball more. Chicago makes a mistake, and Aaron a running back gets behind everybody on a wheel route.
Short-term investments.
And then the defense turns the ball over because Chicago couldn't score any points. Chicago couldn't score anything. They scored first. Bang, bang. They score. It looks like a blowout. We were worried about the under in the first quarter because Chicago just looked great. And then Caleb was Caleb.
I was going to say, I told you guys last week that
I'm not a fan.
He doesn't have it.
I wasn't a fan.
I'd like to support him. I'd like to.
If Ben Johnson comes over after doing what he did with Goff, and that's what, I don't know who's going to fix, because I know it's changed the scenery and other quarterbacks move and everything, but Caleb just doesn't. He's so inconsistent.
He doesn't give you the eye test.
One throw is like, oh, okay, and the next throw you're like, whoa, what the hell was that?
Yeah,
that's not.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's early in the.
It's early. You're right, but having someone who is that good of a coach for that position, Mark, that's what you're getting.
If you're a Bears fan, okay? 0 to 10. 10, full panic. 0, it's all good. How worried about you? How worried are you about Caleb's play and the future with him at quarterback?
I'm extremely worried. And plus, I have two very close friends that are Bears fans that are not happy at all when they took that pick.
Well, see, I would say that since he was already there when Ben Johnson came, that this is a free year for Ben. And if the Caleb experiment doesn't work,
It's not my guy. It wasn't my guy. It wasn't my guy.
They're gonna let the season crash so that they can draft a quarterback. Now that's just gonna happen.
Justin should have had a shot there with real talent and a line. Justin should have. I like the kid at Ohio State, and he played for the Steelers. He didn't get a fair shake. There wasn't a lot going there
either. I would love to have seen him when he did play.
Yeah,
was really
get the opportunity first before you get shown the door. I mean, the guy never had a chance to play, and it's like, no, we're going to move on from you.
Again, it's kind of a Baker experiment again. He just keeps being pushed and pushed and pushed.
Maybe he pops his cool down with New York.
Well, they're actually they're going to give him the reins. That's the one thing, that he has the reins.
This weekend,
I have the reins.
You watch week 1 and watch all those points with the Jets and with Pittsburgh.
Just throw that away. But
now you said it. But the betting public, just the average person watching, is going to remember
recency bias
points. They're not going to remember the reality that
wasn't he the number 1 fantasy
last week.
Yeah.
So are they expecting that? They are expecting that again. They push for points. They bet for points. They want to see points. They want to see last week's score.
Let's put it recency bice. I'm telling you, it's like
they're playing Buffalo, who can't stop anything anyways.
Last week they couldn't. But can you see a scenario where Justin and that team is the Jets from last year, and Buffalo is the offense from?
There's one of your could be a dog pick. It's in New York.
They could be a surprise team, and you don't know until week 3 or 4. We're like, okay,
you got 2 healthy stud running backs. Really.
Either you're going to get great value today, Mark, and that's a dog of the week. You could get that value, or they're going to get beat by 20.
Could. They always talked up their defense, which really has never truly proven itself, to be honest.
I like the defense,
but
Sauce is the man.
I mean, Garrett Wilson is going to keep your running game. You can't cover them both. And then you got Braylon Allen in the backfield and Justin Fields in the backfield. Who are you covering? That's 3. Basically, you have 3 running backs.
It's a nice backfield
/ stud receiver.
Yep. And
that's what I'm saying.
And the super Iggy is that Justin used to throw footballs to Garrett in college. That's his guy. That's his homeboy. They played cards in college together. So now you get to.
That's why you think Tua would be better with Waddle, but
you have chemistry.
Yikes! Yeah, Waddle and Tua. Doesn't Tua waddle?
After getting hit in the.
We're running out of time, so we'll blow through picks real quick here. Right. Cincinnati, Jacksonville.
You're taking Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think until.
Yeah, I'll take Cincinnati as well. I'm gonna have to put Jacksonville in a baby dog bet, but yeah, Cincinnati.
Got to update our.
And are we picking, or are we picking with points?
I think right now we'll pick the picks. Yeah. All right, Dallas, New York. I'm taking Dallas all day, as long as Russ is still.
If you want to give it a little insight when the game comes up, like the New York, the Giants, Cowboys. Give me something about the game you like when you give me your pick.
I mean, I'm going to go Cowboys also, just for
Javonte Williams. Is he going to get huge, or is that overvalue?
I think that's overvalue, but what they made themselves look like a little bit last week was surprising.
The Dallas is like 9-1 or so in the last 10 games against the Giants. And I don't see that changing right now. So
that's a nice short-term investment. I like the Cowboys, the over as well, because their defense isn't there. The kid that they just paid all the money to, Rand is off he's not playing. He got hurt in practice on Monday. So there's no back end for Dallas. Boy, for us,
Same at the next Detroit, Chicago. Detroit at home after that Green Bay loss. I think.
You think the Lions get right? Is this a get right game?
I don't know, because Ben Johnson comes back to Detroit to get to face PC coach. I want to say Detroit just because they have more talent. I could see that being an upset, but I think Detroit's gonna make Caleb's life a living hell.
Yeah, I don't see Chicago being able to go into Detroit.
Yeah, I just don't see
Detroit's laying 6.5
after the crappy play of Detroit last week. But again, is Green Bay's defense that legit that made them look?
I think they are.
So
Yeah,
you throw that out the window again. Now let's play football.
Caleb's still going to be throwing footballs like Caleb.
at people's feet. Yeah,
And you get Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the team that is all healthy. The defense is healthy. It's at home. Middle fingers to Ben for coming home.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Right. I like 6.5. I don't like in division games, but
you're right.
this one,
This one,
if I had to pick one,
I would pick it. Yeah,
all right. The Rams are on the road in Tennessee,
it's Tennessee, the Rams all day.
and Cam Ward looked like a rookie. Right?
Rookie, and the Rams defense is pretty good.
That game almost came in like it was scripted. We talked about the Tennessee Denver game last week. First team to 20, and Denver wasn't going to give up anything. The offense, Bo didn't look amazing week one. The J.K. Dobbins looked okay, but Bo didn't get that ball to anybody and
Threw 2 picks.
throws 2 interceptions.
Told you I wasn't super confident yet.
And then also Cam Ward, what was it, 4 times in the red zone, and all he can do is kick a field goal? They can get
2
there.
of those turnovers gave him position.
True. But still, they're there and still couldn't come through.
Free
He's
you're a
a-
rookie. Welcome to the league,
right.
kid.
Correct.
Welcome to the league. And so that number came in. They covered the spread. The under came in.
You guys all Rams also.
All Rams.
Yeah.
Again, they got more superstars even on that team.
Now here's what's interesting is the Miami Patriots game has the line is they're now favored by 2. Beginning of the week to now it's super trap. It's bounced around.
This
New
is a
England
super
was
trap game.
favored, now it's back to Miami and growing.
Super trap. Yeah.
I might put my $20 against Miami just
If we didn't have to think about last week's game,
which again week
we
one.
would say Miami.
Well, you know
I
what?
think-
Even if Miami is that bad, they're not going to be that bad every week. And
I'm
New
a
England is
sucker
not good either.
for Drake May, man.
I'm taking New England.
Yeah, me too.
The sloppy play of last week at home.
They were both terrible last week.
Yeah,
New England got overlooked because of the Miami stuff, but it's inexcusable to lose to a team like the Raiders, who everyone thought was going to be a bottom 5 team. Then they travel across the country, play a 1:00 game, so it'd be a nice early AM game for them, and
Yeah.
they still beat them in New England. So I mean, like,
You get one of those a year. It better be the first week.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think both of them are getting.
So if you scrub it, you etch a sketch the whole week one, and now you're looking at
they
it.
would have said this is week 1.
Yep.
Again, with all their preseason games in, I think you would go with
Miami being a favorite.
Here's the thing: is Tua is 7-0
like you
against
said,
New England.
took a ding in the head
He
last
did.
week. So
So does he
what's
come
that
out
going to
clear-headed, or does he come out high, foggy like Murdoch's? He's 7-0 at home against New England in his career,
That's attractive.
right? So
Is that
we're 7-0 in Miami.
before concussions or?
Like last year when he played him, the one time he threw for like 362 yards and some scores, but he's never beat a Vrabel coach team. He never beat Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, I'm
Never thrown a touchdown against a Vrabel coach team.
until they're going to have to turn their season say around after week 1. Again, after they're saying
Yeah, I don't think either is
you
as
take
bad as
away
they
that
look.
first option, can he prove the NFL and all the critics wrong?
I'm going to
Because
ride
NFL's
Miami one
usually
more
always
week.
right.
I will
NFL's
never
right.
picking them to beat Buffalo. I think no matter what happens.
Okay.
But I'll take Miami. I can see.
I'm going to take the Pats.
I'm taking.
I
New
don't
England.
blame you. I might.
And
bet
I don't
against
blame
it.
you.
I
This
might
one you can
bet
flip a
against
coin.
The Dolphins, but still take them.
All right. We've got 10 minutes to cover 15 more
That's
games.
what I'm saying. We got a whole ass here. San Francisco. Oof.
They're in trouble. Everybody's hurt.
Yeah, I think that
Brock's
game.
not getting 8. That guy can't stay healthy
Kittle.
either. He can't.
Jawan,
But New Orleans is trying to tank. They've already basically said they want Arch.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, why wouldn't they? We're granddaddy. We're
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, like, I think they're gonna try not to win.
I'm taking New Orleans today.
There's
Really?
no way that they're going to try.
Yep.
Because Spencer Rattler still wants to be in the NFL.
There's no Olave. I don't think he's playing. But you got
San
Jawan
Francisco is
Johnson, the
traveling
tight end.
Over.
Shh, everybody, Jawan Johnson.
I'm still gonna take San Francisco.
Okay.
Who is Mac Jones playing
I'm
quarterback?
going
It scares me.
so.
Okay.
New York Buffalo. I appreciate the optimism there about you saying New York could be the dog, but I think Buffalo just does what Buffalo does.
But here's
Jets.
also where I would say if we're taking I'll take those 6 points. I will take the 6
Buy
points.
this.
Well,
Buy the
again,
point. Get it to 7.5.
Sure.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
All right. If I see one more betting slip
Let's see.
with minus 7.5 or plus 6.5, they're gonna say, "What are those two grown men rolling around the ground for?"
Because
7 points. The over 47.5.
I think the overall
The Jets
day-
allowed Aaron and his Walker.
and that was
to
the
go
Jets
out
get
there.
up game and prove that we don't need Aaron Rodgers and all of that crap that
beginning
they
of the week it was
scrub.
6.5.
No, I know scrub it, but I mean like that might have been their get up game for the
Yeah.
season.
Maybe.
Because that's what like I said in my pick. I picked him with the 6.5.
Okay. All right.
So-
Pittsburgh, Seattle. I'm gonna take Seattle traveling to Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I think Aaron Rodgers is on a shove it up your ass.
Yeah. He's on the tour.
Yeah,
Until he gets broken,
you know, I'm not
may
kidding.
happen. He might. Somebody might break him.
They might, but I told you he wanted to play for Tomlin for years. He came out and did exactly what I thought was going to happen. I know you weren't as
Isn't his girlfriend or whatever too from Pittsburgh, I think, or wife,
Which
whatever. Yeah, which one? I think she's from Pittsburgh too. So
I think Pittsburgh all day.
Pittsburgh all day, and I'm comfortable. The money line. Oh my God.
40 and a half as the over under on that seems
No
seems
thanks.
low.
I can see
I could see it being 27-3 and only 30 getting put up, but
because Seattle's not great, and if Pittsburgh isn't the offensive juggernaut we saw last week,
obviously,
And they
can't
scored
really run
20.
the ball like they normally like to.
Baltimore versus Cleveland. This we got to do our locks too. Right? Cuz you guys, who did you pick last week?
Oh, I lost.
You
I
picked
took
New England, right? Ooh.
Yeah.
I barely got by with Cincinnati.
who did I have? I had
You picked Cincinnati with me, didn't you?
No,
maybe I did.
I
thought-
don't
I thought you did, yeah.
Go back and listen to tape.
But see,
Cincinnati shouldn't have won that game, but
here's another game. What you're talking about the Baltimore.
I had Denver.
I'd take the 12 points.
Denver.
Yes, you did.
I did.
I thought we were all three different.
yeah. So we're still.
I mean, I still think Baltimore wins the game, but
I think Baltimore is going to run Cleveland out of the building.
it's the NFL. I don't care.
It is.
You can't give
But
12 points to a professional.
no,
team
you're
unless they
right.
were
You're
losing to
right
the Dolphins.
as far as that goes. But there's no. I don't know, man. Baltimore.
They look like they can score 40
You know,
points every
Buffalo
week.
is one of the other best teams in the AFC.
True.
It took a fourth quarter cut. Like Cleveland won't. It's going to be.
11.5 points in division.
You're right. It's a division game, but it's Cleveland.
It is Cleveland, but
As
Joe,
much as I
Joe
hate
doesn't look horrible.
Yeah.
Correct. And, they've got a little bit of talent on the outside. They've got
There's no way though. It's Baltimore. I think the Ravens, but come on.
Okay.
Well, they couldn't stop.
No, they're going to win the game. Okay. I
That's what I'm saying. You win the game.
I have rose-colored glasses on looking at the game because I
Do
everything.
they win by that many problems? No.
Baltimore.
But
Baltimore.
it's Baltimore,
I
right?
have Baltimore to win.
To win.
Denver versus Indy. How long does I think Danny Dimes thing ends.
Denver's
he
money
looks,
line.
he looks so good. And of course, like we were talking, Bo Nix throwing a few
He
picks.
also had
a little rusty.
4 drives of those scoring drives because they scored on every drive started at around the 50 or better. That's how bad the Dolphins
And
defense
Denver
was.
has
Was
a
it
better
all
defense.
Danny Dimes or
Denver's-
did Danny get 20 yards that he had?
Denver's got a top defense in the
Yeah,
league.
no, I think Denver wins this by.
But man,
I think Indy's smelling their own farts too.
What if Indy does it this week?
I'll give them props if they
If
do.
They do, but I think
Denver's
Bo gets
play.
right, doesn't have the turnovers, and they win by 17. I see that more than it does. Yeah.
I think it'll be closer than that, but I just they're all smelling their farts. They all got their wine glasses out and they're all smelling their farts.
Denver,
All day. Oof, Carolina, Arizona. That's
Arizona.
I'm going to take Arizona, but that might be the worst game of the week.
So am I, and I agree with you. I agree.
Like,
with you.
I don't know who wants to watch that.
Philadelphia on the road in Kansas City. No,
Ooh, I think this is where we start.
This is an ugly one for a different reason.
Going the wrong way.
Yeah, and I
Taking
think
Philly.
I was right last week about Kansas City.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one that picked against them, and you guys.
you did.
I'm gonna go Philly. Yeah, I think
I am as well.
Philly's a
All
better
of us are on
team.
Philly.
I wouldn't be shocked if Kansas City won. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, but I think Philly wins.
Here's my dog of the week. Atlanta, the ATL on the road
Another primetime game
in
for
Minnesota.
I think JJ does it again, and I don't
ATL
like him.
ATL showed me something last week against
And Minnesota didn't with that
against
fourth
Tampa.
quarter.
I'm still
the
taking.
fourth quarter.
Taking Minnesota.
I love the
That's
kid. The
when
kid
it
looked at me.
matters.
He's like, "Love my moxie, bruh. I learned from you, legit dad." I'm like, "Yeah, JJ." He walked around like he knew it. When he came back in the locker room after giving the, his presser, and he's coming in the locker room, they're all waiting for him, and he's hyped. I mean, the guy, his feet aren't on the ground. JJ was feeling it, and rightfully so, because he just brought his team back from. They had a 95% chance to lose that game.
I think that continues.
looked the
Now they're
part.
at home.
I can cheer for that kid now. I don't think he's gonna.
I'm not saying he's going to be a top five
I
quarterback.
thought he was gonna be an armpit. I didn't like the kid at
I don't
all.
just
chance.
until Atlanta really, to me, shows something. I think Minnesota
I didn't
wins
see the
that game.
moxie like last week.
He's another one that has some of the best NFL talent around him.
He does.
Justin's gonna make everybody look great,
That's right.
and T.J. Hawkinson doesn't suck, and you're gonna get Addison back, and you got Aaron.
Thielen going across the middle.
Yeah. See, I'm
feeling
going
good.
Minnesota. In Minnesota,
It's Minnesota to me.
Sunday night.
And you were saying a dog? Ooh, the next one. That's the dog.
The Monday night game.
So you got Atlanta, Murdoch?
I am taking Atlanta.
All right.
I'm taking Atlanta.
Double Monday night game,
Yes.
which I like how they do this when there's West Coast games. I like this.
The dog is the first one.
But we got. I think Tampa. Bay.
What?
I think Tampa Bay.
Tampa is not favored.
Tampa.
Yeah, but I think they. I
they
think
win.
they
That's
win
my
by-
point.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is my
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's
I
the
think they
dog.
win by at least 7.
That is the
dog.
Yeah. I
mean, in fact, it's plus 120 right now. I made the bet on Monday.
Oh yeah, no, I might be going in with you on that because that's.
I took it plus 130
early
Monday.
in.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in on the Tampa because I think the Bucks smoke Houston.
I think the Bucks are great.
So we're all
great.
Tampa.
All Tampa, and then the Chargers crossing the street.
Chargers are going to
Now
do things
this is always a
to
scrub.
the rate.
I mean, well, not scrub, but I mean like an actual scrum.
Justin Herbert's feeling it though.
But
He is.
when the Raiders sucked, sometimes they would beat
It's true.
You're
the
right.
Chargers.
You're
It's
right.
true.
But I think
I
this
think it's
is
the
a different
Chargers
Chargers
year.
team this year. I'm not saying they're going to win it all, but I think
Agreed. Watching them against Kansas City,
they were. What was that? I mean, like
Justin was like, "Here,
Holy-
I'm here."
Yeah,
he heard you compare him to Marino and said, "Okay."
he made everybody look so good.
I know a dude.
It's like everybody had like 10 targets or something like that, you know?
They were going to run the ball. I thought they were going to. Everybody thought they were going to run the ball because that's what Jim does.
7 different players had receptions.
Surprise! And they just threw it everywhere. And he looked. I mean, he looked mid-season for money. Everything was money. Basket, basket, basket. Quentin Johnston and my auto rookie number to 25 times 2, catching touchdowns, dancing, showing me the ball. He's like, "You can buy
They're
dinner now."
3.5 point favorites. They
Take
win.
the money line. I'm going to take the money line
They
on
win
that.
by a touchdown.
I agree with you. What is your? We'll ask Mark for the consolation just to keep him involved.
Why? Why
It doesn't count?
Oh, are we going to say that last week was the 4th preseason week?
Who would you pick, Mark, if you had a pick for the Survivor?
Yeah, since you're out.
Yeah, because you're not in it
Dallas.
anymore. All right.
I'm going to take Baltimore over Cleveland as my lock because I can't. I can't imagine a world where Baltimore loses the second week of the season.
I've got to piggyback with you on that. We're not
would be
We're not going to disagree on that.
flabbergasted. I would be shocked.
Completely shocked.
Shocked.
Now Joe's hearing that and he's like, "Okay, I guess I got to go out here and prove Bean and Murdoch wrong."
And then Dallas loses at home to...
Mark comes in next week 0-2.
I'm just seeing a home team in New England, a home team in Dallas.
And Russ, his old quarterback's going to do him.
Yeah, going to do it for 350 and 4 touchdowns.
It seems like Russ has an erection.
listened to ADHD Sports, and I said,
I want to thank Mark for making all this possible. My career was dead until I heard him. Real nice.
Yes.
Good luck
Okay.
to you. Good luck to all of you.
I'm going to be on the phone with you guys tonight, trying to take this money and short-term invest. So I really think I'm going to lay that bonus bet against Florida. I really do.
I might be at the casino.
God,
I mean,
I got 20
I
minutes.
might be going to work.
Your wife told me to tell you to get to your other shift last night.
No, she tried.
She did, didn't she?
She did. I was like, I don't feel like driving the 45 minutes.
Yeah, because he was sober. I mean, allegedly. Well, the only time that guy goes up there is when he doesn't remember going up there. Allegedly.
Yeah, we should all take a trip to Hard Rock. Yeah,
Dude, let's go to Hard Rock.
we should do that.
A show trip.
Oh, I like that.
Get a little, get one of those.
I don't know if
Get a GoPro.
Rent the.
back when I was in the restaurant industry, my GM from Ruby Tuesday left and got a job as a way high up at Hard Rock. So if he's still there, I'm going to reach out to him. Maybe we could do a show from Hard Rock.
That'd be rad.
Oh.
And we can see Mark in his element.
No.
Oh, thanks. Bucko.
Another week. We'll be back. We'll be back Wednesday to preview Thursdays. I'll be here.
We'll be tagging you Tuesday night.
It is good to see you guys.